Good morning, everybody. We are going to drive through Coron today. See if I can get anything interesting as we stroll through. Driving in the Philippines is quite the adventure. You've got very narrow roads and very little traffic signs. Almost no traffic signs to be seen. But we're gonna return the car today. That's another new experience. And so first time motorbiking in the Philippines, first time driving a car in the Philippines. We'll drive through from my resort over to the Bay Area of the Philippines, down to the port where I rented the car. Give you some perspective on what it's like to drive in the Philippines. Because why not? The bay's over there. I was going to go over there and maybe get some drone footage later. But the bay where all the boats and the tours take off is pretty quaint. It's not very green or tropical. It's pretty much a dirt field next to the ocean in the bay there. I went to Busuanga yesterday. That is more green, more tropical, more typical of what you would expect in a tropical climate. Coron is a very interesting place. Here in the city, it's the tops of the hills are dry and grassy. I was expecting palm trees, for example, and not so much. This is like the main drag. This is where it starts getting kind of busy down in here. A lot of foreigners hang out where the bars are. And in Coron, it's a lot slower. I was talking to the manager of my resort, and Coron closes up pretty much after 10. If you're up making noise after 10, they kind of frown upon it, he was saying. So it's not quite the party town like Coron, or I'm sorry, not quite the party town as El Nido is, or Angles is. So as you can see, there's not a lot of rules going on around here as far as driving is concerned. It's pretty motorbikes have pretty much the right of way over everything, and I just let them do whatever they want because this is their territory, and I am just trying to get through, trying to get by. I got all the time in the world, so. Very interesting. A little bit of construction going on everywhere, it seems like. A lot of karaoke at night. I'm gonna let this guy turn or go. And honking isn't really a rude gesture here like it is in the United States. Honking is more like a signal to say you're there or you're going to pass. Or it's whereas in the United States everything is. Everybody's all pissed off. Here it's more like it's just a gesture of warning, more or less. Just got to be careful. The streets are narrow. There's bikes everywhere. There's no street signs of any kind. No stoplights like we have in the United States. Passing everybody that's going too slow, things like that. Oh, that's a road down there. I wonder how that goes. Go left. Got brave foreigners crossing the roads at all times. It's just like mass chaos. You have to be a little bit of aggressive driver, and I'm not that aggressive. So everybody keeps passing me and going. Here's maybe an uke store to the right with some clothes. Oh, I need some of those. Oh, those are girls' clothes. Darn it. I've only really been able to wear 2 shirts here because everything else I have is way too thick. It's so hot. For me, anyways, I'm coming from the snow. Up to the right, they're selling these, for New Year's Eve, they're selling the horns and things. Fireworks are legal here. But the single-use firework, I think, is illegal. It's like the M80s. The gentleman from the hotel was telling me. You can't use those. Ooh, this is scary. Wow, there's I should grab one of those, actually. Everybody else is getting them. Or selling them, anyways. So that's good. So the trikes here are a little different from El Nido. They're more boxier looking. Whereas the ones in El Nido kind of look like little miniature cars. But it's the same transportation type system. Wow, this is wild. So this is New Year's Eve in Coron, main strip. Just driving around. How interesting. Here's the chicken place. There's a lot of these around in Coron. Andox chicken. I think that's pretty much the main part of downtown in Coron. Foreigners walking around in their shorts and flip-flops. Brave souls. Stores and shops. I don't think they have a death with. They just assume everybody's going to not run into them. Yeah, it is like a free-for-all driving here. It's kind of like an organized chaos of some kind. Very interesting. But the car is the way to go here in Coron. Yeah, if you got to drive, use a car. Because the AC is extremely useful. So there's a bank. I got to go to the bank later on. It's not as difficult as I thought. My ATM worked. Get money out of your checking account. There's savings you can choose from, current or other, and I was picking all the others. And it's current. Current means checking. I guess. Yeah, this will give you some idea. It's about the same in El Nido driving as it is here, as anywhere. I guess Manila would be the most chaotic. I wouldn't even attempt to drive in Manila. But you are welcome to if you're brave enough. The port. I hope I'm going to the right area. I'll try to make it to the port. Or I might even pass the port because I have a few hours left on the car. Explore a little bit. I forgot to grab the water. Always bring water wherever you're going. Because it's hard to. I guess you can just stop on the side of the road and grab something. It's not really a big deal. Anywhere along the streets here. I was going to go a little bit further south past the past the port of where the ferries come in, where I came in on from El Nido. Wonderful 5-hour tour. A lot of shops and snacks along the roadway. Oh, here's some plants you can buy. It looks like everybody's getting ready for New Year's Eve. Suzuki dealership up here. Lechon. That would be nice. Grab something to eat. I might go to MC Cafe. It's one of the establishments that's part of the hotel downtown, across from some of the bars. It's very nice. Coffee. Anywhere I can find coffee, I usually stop. I think it would be fun, be easy to find caffeine, but I'm gonna follow this guy. I'm not sure if I'm brave enough to pass him. Nascal, I guess the dogs here are called Nascal dogs because they're not purebred. Most of them aren't purebred. You can get them, but I guess like most, they're just called street dogs, Nascals. And very different from the United States. Dogs here are very pleasant. They don't bark at you, or they're not hostile in any way. Whereas the dogs in the United States seem to be more tied to their owner and very aggressive. I don't know, they must be trained that way, or here they're just kind of roaming wild and free. So they're not all pent up and aggressive. Cats, I guess the same thing. Oh, here's the port right up ahead. This is where I came in. It was pure chaos when the ferry comes in. There is like a line a half mile long with these trikes and so forth. There's the guard. That's where I go later, but I'm not going to go there now. Oh, maybe. I'm going to pass this guy. I'm going to get a ride. I want to go down this way. See these guys later. Too narrow. Like it is narrow. So if there's a way to turn around, I wouldn't know how to do it. Oh my God. This is pure chaos. But he's gonna let me go. There's a car and no room. Widens out up here. I'll have to get back. Find out how this works. I haven't been down here yet. This is interesting. Looks like some houses, maybe some hostels. Cheaper places to stay. Very inexpensive. I think I can get up to the water up here. I think it's close to the water. Should be fun. Downtown, but we're on the bay, but it's pretty much packed with houses and restaurants and sorry stores. You buy octopus, fajita, and buy all kinds of good stuff. You can get down to the water there, it looks like. Some places on the bay. Cool. Just going for a tour. I have no idea really where I'm going, just south. I know I'm east on this road. Bay frontage road that we have here. Gets clearance. So I imagine the roads in Ireland or Europe are probably similar to this. We'll go up here a ways and see how far we can get. We have to turn around. Slow moving, slow going. Watch out, just don't hit anything. People or these trikes everywhere. Transportation. Have to stop at one of these stores here and grab something to drink pretty soon. Using through Coron. This guy's gonna wait for a dog. I'm gonna wait for the gentleman working on his house there. Must be like a trike stop or some similar situation. There's a lost foreigner. Gonna put out a silver alert. Should be interesting. Turning around just as interesting. This will be a nice way, but I'm kind of cruising right now. I think I have plenty of time to return the car by noon. It's a little after 10 right now. Getting into some dirt road action now. Turn around. I don't know. Let's see what's up here. A road less traveled, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there's a car. Oh, there's a good place to turn around there. I could back in. It's not bad. There's a little sorry store or some kind of action. I wonder if they have cold. Oh yeah. You stop anywhere, pretty much anywhere, and then I want to do something to drink, cold and fresh like. If I have money. Yeah. Money with me. Oh yes, we got plenty of money. Just gonna leave all this in the car for now. Every 5 foot, 10 foot, 100 foot. There's a store everywhere. Chips, snacks. Got kids filming me, filming them. Cruising down the road here. Looks like it starts to get extremely provincial. Might have to turn around here in a second. Might be a good idea. They don't want me driving around too much with this thing, getting dirt roads and stuff. That's what the contract said. So I'm gonna honor their wishes. Do so. I'm sure you could. Everybody probably does. I'm gonna drive up. I think I have plenty of gas. Up past McDonald's and back again. See how we're looking. Plus, the camera's probably shaking like crazy. A very simple lifestyle. You don't really need a lot because it doesn't snow. There's not to worry about ice or freezing to death. Oh, it's basketball off to the left. Basketball is very popular here in the Philippines. American music, they're always listening to our music, in the United States. I would say Lady Gaga is really popular here right now. As far as karaoke, they don't sing too much of their own, like Tagalog songs. They're singing mostly American and European songs, the popular songs that we listen to. Chickens, a rooster. Roosters looks like he's all tied up at the moment. Little speed bump. Watching this trike. Section here. See the kids here? Or, oh, let's make it go. Yeah, very tight. It's like a single lane road, more or less. It's not really built for cars, it looks like too much. This guy's gonna stop, so I'm gonna go around. There's the police. Hope he's not looking for me. There he goes. Watch out for the chickens, and I guess it wouldn't be terrible if you ran over a chicken. I guess they could charge you money. Can't imagine how much a chicken costs. Or a goat or something. Let's go this way. close enough? There we go. Yeah, we can do it. Like I said, no rules of any kind here. It's just it's more of a courtesy thing. Just be courteous to everyone as best you can and try to make it through. Watch out for the Nazcals. So we're back on kind of the main road. Oh, there's the ferries coming. Well, this might be the ones getting ready to take off. The green one off to the left is the one I took in. Yeah, that was one of my curious observations when I was researching the Philippines on our way to come here. Is I was worried about dogs barking at you all the time, or barking all night long, or like they do in the States, and they don't. It's actually the roosters that make noise at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Not the dogs. Very surprised. I thought it would be pretty busy being all New Year's Eve like. Here's the port down to the left. I'm gonna cruise through and pass town a little bit and come back. Go to that place later. Drop the car off. ATM, I need to stop by an ATM later. I'll grab a trike down to the cafe, grab a latte, a local Starbucks. They don't have a local Starbucks, they have a local any cafe here. And they're all really nice. I usually get iced lattes. Recommend you drinking iced beverages here, but I cannot live without ice, so I will deal with any consequences of my actions. Which I did when I first got here. Sicker than a dog for a couple days, but passed and pretty much back to normal now. I can enjoy life once again. Acclimating to, I guess, the water. They say not to drink the water. I wouldn't outright just drink water here. Try to get filtered water, bottled water. The restaurant's always serving water, and I'm not sure where they get it. It must be like filtered from the big jugs. There must be a company. Let's see if we can squeeze on through here. This looks like more of the local part of town. I'm not seeing very many foreigners like I was near the. I don't think nobody goes this far. Foreigners stick closer to the bars, I think. Caritas, Tribu Caritas. That's a cool bar. Sharky's is a cool bar. It looks like I haven't been inside on club. They look more or less like the popular establishments here. learn how to use your horn here. That's kind of a warning, and it's something we're not used to. Like in America, we're always we use it as a last resort to say, kind of give you the bird. We use our horns probably the complete backwards of what they're intended to be for. So don't get crazy or upset when everybody starts honking at you. That's the one thing to notice here. So we can get some of that. I rolled down my squeaky windows. Oh, I stopped there for gas the other day. It's just diesel only. The lady was looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, what do you do? We don't have any gasoline, sir. It's like, it's a gas station. So I had to get the unleaded gas up further up. Wasn't very good. These gentlemen are probably a lot better drivers than I am. They do this all the time. Oh, my hotel guy was going to look at I got to get back sometime today. Getting me a boat to see some of the popular island destinations. Kayangang Lake, Twin Lagoon, Barracuda Lake. Try to get some footage of that. Try to drone those areas. Here we go. We're getting in. This is the more populated area downtown. Very tight. Church zone. No blowing of horns. There's a lot of people out right now. Doesn't look like the foreigner district still. Mostly locals from what I can tell. Woo! Happy New Year, everybody. I've got to get me one of those horns. So tonight might be the one exception to the rule of making noise past 10 o'clock. Assuming. Passing out all these noisemakers. I think that would be acceptable. We are in the thick of it. We are in the middle of chaos. This is cool. I'm not seeing too many foreigners still. Almost noon. I better think about getting back. It might take me an hour to get through all that. Those things I just realized don't have turn signals or anything. Well, no, he's got a turn signal. I guess they do. It's just really hard to see. Let's see if we can cruise by here. Yeah, we're going to do it. Resto Bar. Up here is MC Cafe. Or we just passed it, I'm sorry. Off to the left is a pharmacy. I grabbed some alcohol. The isopropyl alcohol. part of town. No, I'm sorry. There's still a couple bars up ahead here. It's the main destination corner, I would think. For the younger crowd that makes it this far. Now, across the Pacific Ocean or the Atlantic Ocean, I met some people from, it was Denmark. Airplane goes the other way across the Atlantic. That was interesting. It's about the same amount of time to get here. Pretty much you're going to spend an entire day traveling to get here. Not many Japanese people. I was talking to some of the locals. Japanese people don't come here because they, according to his theory, they were defeated during the war. The Japanese were defeated here in Coron. That's why they got so many Japanese shipwrecks off the coast, which they use today for tourism. Whereas he was saying, coincidentally, Pearl Harbor is a popular Japanese destination of all places, and his theory is that because they won, in a sense, if you can imagine, that was considered a victory for the Japanese. So they find it as still a place of honor to go, because they didn't get defeated at Pearl Harbor. They actually defeated us, in a sense, in a way. So interestingly enough, Hawaii turned out to be a popular Japanese destination because they won, and they stay away from Coron pretty much primarily because they got defeated here in Coron, as they tried to escape the American planes. They tried to escape here to Coron and tried to disguise themselves as even putting trees on top of their boats to disguise themselves as islands. And then I guess we figured it out and started bombing their ships. So yeah, a lot of history I'm learning from the locals here. There's McDo's, or McDonald's of Coron. A familiar sight. Probably one of the most familiar sights you get when you go anywhere. It's McDonald's, McDo's. They call it McDo's. Some of them call it McDo's. Get you a McDo chicken and rice. Everything comes with rice. Almost. Rice is life here. Rice and water. So this is where driving gets a lot easier. Once you get past downtown, it's a lot less stressful. This is my kind of driving right here, out into the more provincial areas. Except down there by the bay where we were, that got a little crazy and tight. Not sure about that. That might be more motorbike territory. This would be the road. You take this road, you go to Basuanga. Well, we're on Basuanga Island, from what I understand. Coron is just a little town. Or it's like a little city, more or less, called Coron. The island, if I understand it correctly, is Basuanga. Oh, it give me some gas there if I needed it. I got way more gas than I needed. Fine with that. So I went up here yesterday beach, one of the few beaches up in Biswanga where you can go. Everywhere else here is primarily you're going to get there by a boat to see some of the popular tourist attractions in some of the islands. It's not there's not a lot of beaches here like El Nido, like I was showing you earlier. Here, if you want to get anywhere like an island type of beach destination, you're going to be using the boats or driving inland. You can see some of the sights in here. Search some gas, 1 kilometer to get some gas. I think we're going to be alright on gas. There's a checkpoint that I'm not sure how those work. I think they enforce those certain times of the day, or maybe even tonight. They might be stopping people, checking their papers. I think I've brought my driver's license. So the further you go down this road, the more green, the more typical tropical green forested areas you would associate with the Philippines and the islands. A lot more greenery. Oh, split off. People who do own vehicles have really nice ones, really cool trucks and SUVs. Vans are pretty much for hire, rentals. Everybody else is pretty much on a motorbike. On the tracks, so they're getting rides from these tracks. Stuff, yeah, very, very interesting driving. This is my first time. Like I said, I would not attempt this in one of the bigger cities at all. Even remotely. Not my thing. Chaos is not typically my thing. Looks like they got done shopping. Another thing I probably won't try is cruising around with somebody else on the motorbike. They think that would require a CDL or something. That's some brave individuals right there. I'm about confident in my own skill with my own livelihood. 3 or 4 other people on the same bike with me? Don't think so. Not gonna try. We can get lots for it. That might be something a foreigner can do here, and she was telling me, yeah, grab a car because it's too hot for a motorbike. I was like, oh. You're gonna show me around? We will try that. Might as well. Tried everything else. Scuba diving, tried motorbiking. First time doing everything on this trip. taking the boats out, taking a ferry. Never taken a ferry anywhere, especially a fast ferry across the ocean. Everybody was getting ill on that boat. The first 30-40 minutes on that ferry boat ride out, people were just getting ill. They were looking green. Everybody was looking green. So I was feeling a little bit nauseous there for a second. The limited Navy experience I had on an aircraft carrier is no comparison to some of the smaller boats that you've been on. I can't imagine some of the smaller fast frigate Navy guys that had to be on the smaller boats. Oh my God, I can't imagine. Pass this guy. Oh, we got a lot of traffic. Seems very inviting, the more provincial areas. A lot less services. You might not even get electricity. On some of these places are on solar, most of them. Once you get further out here, this seems fine here. See, that's what I wasn't expecting, some of these hills with just the dry grass on them. I was expecting something a little bit more green, actually. I think that's where we took yesterday. We took that road to the right. So this is unfamiliar. I might be turning back around here. That would be our traipsing through Coron and some of the provincial areas here. That's pretty much what it looks like everywhere you go here. This looks like a really nice place to turn around. So yeah, just gotta start getting back. Make sure I get this car back on time, because the gentleman said he was going to rent it out. And I got to get back to the hotel because of our tour action. I'm going to go turn around after this turn. like wild dogs, like you would imagine, that packed together like wolves or anything. I think sometimes in the States you've seen those, they kind of pack together. Here they're completely content, it seems like. Not violent in any way. Personal observation of animals in the world. Not a big fan of ambulance, I think. Rescue. There you go. Rescue, I don't know if that's probably not the fire department, but an ambulance. Hope we never have to figure out how that operation works. The minor abrasions and cuts I've got so far. That's why I got the isopropyl alcohol to try to help heal from the ocean. I like the ocean, but the ocean doesn't like me. Not so much. Trying to be kind to it. And a lot what they do from the my tour guide earlier was saying that they take their vegetables from farming off to the market and sell it daily, every other 3 days, or maybe it's every other day or every 3 days. They just keep rotating vegetables and things like that. That's how they make a living. Record and see if we find anything interesting. That you enjoy the scenery. Stop talking because I'm gonna run out of things to talk about unless we see something interesting. Well, it's all interesting. The picture tells 1,000 words. I'll follow this truck and see how he drives. Just enough gas. Oh, I did my laundry today at the resort. Yeah, just give them your laundry. Hope for the best. Hope it comes back. I guess it wouldn't be a really huge deal. I mean, to get closer must be inexpensive, I'm imagining. With everything else, it's relatively inexpensive. Food here is very inexpensive. Beers, if you like beer, it's very inexpensive. come back home, mailed in my box. Good or bad I've been driving. Sir, you made an illegal left turn. Gonna fine you about 60 pesos. No, yeah, I was asking, we're talking to my friend yesterday, and so if they stop you, for example, in Manila, there's a more expedited way to deal with your traffic tickets. That it involves different ways of doing business. Otherwise, I guess you would have to find the place where you got the ticket and get it handled that way and pay the fine. And I'm not sure if they take your license and then you have to go to get it back. You have to pay the fine and get your license back, or I'm not sure how the hell that works. Or something like that. So I would opt for the more expedited way to do things. Wild West version of getting rid of speeding tickets or traffic violations. And foreigners off for one. See how far they come up. Hey, this is the way to do it in the Philippines. You just walk everywhere. Guess you're young and in shape. Oh, we got a jeepney off to the left. Pretty nice. Oh, here's a couple up here with some motorbikes. Wow, they're getting the hang of things. Give you a little treat going through Coron and New Year's Eve once again. Outskirts of Coron town proper. Beautiful place, very simple, but it works. Stores, there's not a Walmart here. It would probably ruin everything, put everybody out of business. So thank goodness, maybe they'll. There's no big box stores, no Targets, no Walmarts, no Macy's, malls. They have malls and things like that, but more like the big cities. I haven't seen anything like that here. I think they even grow. Left. I think we'll be alright. Actually, I might grab right. Nice. Coming up on the infamous McDonald's. Of all the international chains, that's one of them that's made it everywhere. McDonald's. Chicken, they got their own. You know, the other thing I haven't seen here, I'm sure they must have one, is a Jollibee's. Instead of Jollibee's, there's their own style of chicken place here. Something's going on here. They are stopped. Reach. This guy's like, oh, come on. Just go. And I think he's going to go. Everybody behind me, come on! Must be a foreigner driver. Doesn't know what he's doing. I know, you know. Everybody knows. I was telling my friend yesterday, we're just going to put a sticker on the back, maybe like one of those magnetic stickers. This foreign driver on board. Nothing to see here. Oh yeah, there it is. Andox. Andox. I think I'm saying that right. Andox. Make it tight, people. Make it tight. Single line, single file. Got places to go today. Things to do. Things to see. Like that ATM right there. Something you don't want to do here in the Philippines is run low on cash. You will not be able to do anything. I don't think anybody takes, very few establishments take credit cards from what I gather. Everybody's on the cash system here. In Coron, I think it's even better or worse, depending on your perspective, in Siargao. Bring cash. Siargao might even be a little bit more difficult to find an ATM. But I think I've figured out cash so far. Don't bring a lot out when you're going. I wouldn't recommend it, but have some on hand. Most of the bigger hotels and rooms have safes that you can use. In Coron. Oh wow. Got a meat market there. That's another thing I've noticed, that I don't know if it's because we're close to the ocean, there's not a lot of insects or flies or gnats or anything like that. I was expecting to encounter a lot more insectness, but I haven't. All the scary videos out there telling you you're gonna get eaten by bugs everywhere. I haven't even seen too many bugs like that. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, there's one of my shuttles. That's the one I need to take. Area. Here. Nope, no, it's not. I got a little ways to go. was like, well, how does he know if he's going to let me in or not? He's like, don't worry, sir. Everybody knows this car. I was like, they do? So everybody knows the car you're in because it's probably the car everybody uses. A rent-a-car. Not extremely easy to find a rent-a-car here, but we found one. Thanks to the Sky Lodge Resort. Shout out to Enzo and all the fine workers there. They've been extremely helpful. Very hospitable. And this is probably what you call rush hour traffic. This is as fast as it's going to get, I think, through here. Down the window, you can get some of the audio visual going on here. That's a cool trike up ahead there. It's all chromed out. Oh, this guy's starting somewhere. Oh wow, look at this. This guy's guiding traffic here. Oh, he's a traffic guy. Well, we do have some form of traffic control here. Listen to the guy with the whistle. Little street vendors off to the left. This guy's parked in. I don't think I can squeeze. I'm gonna squeeze in here. Yeah, like this must be the downtown traffic. Those are traffic. I just saw my first traffic signal in the Philippines. There it was. Very cool, very cool. There's a crosswalk here. Show you some of the signage. Oh, this is the church area. No blowing of horns. They got a basketball court too. So no Jollibees. It's the Andoc's place. It's like adventure sports. You can rent some motorbikes in there. So I said I was going to stop talking, didn't I? Here I go. Just keep rambling on. Bringing rice to market. Almost looks like a little Jeep. It's a sweet ride. Port of Coron coming up. Looks like a bus station or some kind to the left. Interesting. Save my appetite for later. Like I mentioned, the manager, the local talent at the Sky Lodge there, Enzo, was invited me for New Year's Eve buffet dinner. So why not? Guess I could have gone to a bar downtown, but I've already seen, pretty much know what that's going to be about. Chaos amid chaos. Just an inebriated form version. Hello. Purple. tough as nails. I don't know how they do it. I think we can cruise in here. You do this for a few days, you probably get used to it. Or get more accustomed to it. Acclimated to the driving situation here. The port is up here. We'll make it in. We got 4 bars. The guy said bring it back with 3 bars on fuel. Plenty. Make sure I don't forget my phone here. Alright. We've already seen this. So I gotta go to the little port authority place to drop the car off. I'm gonna do that. So, hope you enjoyed your viewing experience.